See, this is Westinghouse Roku TV. Watch. You take the remote, well, you gotta buy a universal remote and then program it. But I don't know where the other remote that came with it is smaller. But I programmed it and I got it the right code. You gotta look up Roku Westinghouse. You go all the way down to search. See, that's live TV and all that. Go to search. Go over to YouTube once you download the app, and then you open the app. You can sign in if you want, but I don't need to sign in on this. My laptop, yes. My cell phone, yes. My tablet, later on, but I don't sign in, but I can if I want to. See, it says add an account, or you can do YouTube Kids, or use sign out. I'll go to use sign out. See, let me go down. There, I highlighted it. Then I hit the OK button. And then I can click all the ones that I've looked at, or I can go up and hit the OK button, and it's still got in memory what I recorded, what I looked up. I looked up Dennis Maddox, Justin Plum, Moon Shapes in the Sky, Copperfield. That one's mine. Yeah, Bill Green 4003. Ace Copperfield, David Copper, Statue of Liberty. The Ace is the person's channel. See, you type in the channel. You can type in the channel, or you can type in the part of the channel and put Copperfield or Stage Illusions or Magic Tricks and find it that way. Or Ruby's Cube or Stephen Brundage. You got the numbers and all that. For example, see, I can go either straight to my YouTube channel or I type it in. See, there it is right there. And when I hit the OK button, it'll say go to channel. See, it says Bill Green 30076, Moon Shapes in the Sky, Copperfield. Now when I go to channel, I can play it. If I go to channel, it opens up more of my channel. This is what's on my channel. And then I'll show you. I go this way. Just to show you how good it plays, I'll put the moon-shaped one. See, there's Ron Ferrari one too, and all that. That's all the ones I have on here too. Circuits of the Stars and all that. But I'll go here. I'll show you. 3:13 a.m. Sign in for the best YouTube. Not now. I just say not now, and then then I'm able to watch it. And turn the volume up. And take 12 minutes out. See, I'm doing all the ways that you can make Go up, down, left, right, like how you're doing a turntable, and go that way. Eventually I'll notice that the moon is slowly vanishing on its own. I go up, down, left, right, off to the far right. I notice purple, but from the distance the audience will see it black. See that purple right there? Close up it's a purple. A Venta Black purple laser projector. Venta Black absorbs the most light. The black art lighting principle. Dead black against dead black is absent of shadow. Anything bright stands out, even neon colors. Anything dark or velvet black with a black purple light. Red and blue makes purple, and unless you're doing night vision, other than that. See, it's in front of it. When I zoom in, it'll look like it's splitting in half, if I get it right. Eventually I'll zoom all the way back and then go back all the way in. 90 times zoom with the video palm quarter. See, it looks like the moon's splitting up. See, it's a shadow. Some kind of shadow projector. A laser version. Whatever you cast in front of the laser, your hand or a toy to do different shapes, cast it onto the moon. It'll look like the moon is falling apart or doing different shapes and designs.
Hey, Billy.
Huh?
Billy.
Huh?
I went out there to get your clothes off the line.
Yeah.
And not off the line, off of the
Table?
table.
Yeah.
And they were covered in snow. So one towel, one washcloth is solid frozen.
Whoa, I didn't
I
know.
will leave them out there.
Man.
The others, I shook the snow off them.
Mm. Venta Black absorbs the most light. Andre Cole, born again Christianism, thought of 7 ways in the 1970s to make the real moon disappear and make it reappear. And he's excited that David is going to breathe life into his illusion and make it reality. R.J. Copperfield and his losing crew doing those 7 missions. Now it's a complete thing of caught it in that thing.
And only shoes I've got, I got my heels, church. I got a pair of nice tennis shoes for church to wear slacks, and I got a pair of tennis shoes over everywhere else. And that's it. I got no boots, none of them. I'm gonna try later to go out. I can't keep enough.
I'm glad I kept waiting because eventually that whole moon is going to disappear from the top down. Well, first it's going to come down and look like it's splitting up again. and then it'll just disappear completely. And then, in a matter of seconds, it'll look like a tiny star in the sky. And then, gradually, it'll look like the moon comes back, but it looks like a Pac-Man shape that everyone has noticed. And then, or they say like a clock, which that way would work, would look like 2 o'clock or a Pac-Man shape. And then, or you could say someone cutting out a pie and leaving a piece in a triangle piece, either way, or a pumpkin pie, or either way, or a cheesecake, or a slice of cheese if it's round, and leave a triangle piece cut into it. Copperfield and his losing crew have been practicing since the year 2000 something. It's 30 years of hard work, 30 years in the making. This lady illusionist, scientist Christina, and church member Bob Schofield, KTM motocross biker, sponsored by Honda, illusionist, magician, born-again Christian, church member friend since 1970s into the 80s on up. He said the same thing. A foil mirror, or a large gigantic mirror, or large satellite, either way, reflects the sun back at the sun, which the sun don't reflect on the moon. Reverse to make the moon reappear. And Bob Schofield also said you could use Elon Musk's drones in outer space and go on the dark side of the moon and have mirrors reflect in front of the moon that's bright and make it dark gradually. And Kenny Rock had the same idea at first. He said easy, just reflect the dark side of the moon into the front of the moon. That's another church member friend, Mike Rock's brother, Kenny Rock. I forgot their sister's name. I'll think of it later on. Anyway, Reggie Wall, Wall's wife is Kenny and Mike Rock's sister. I can't think. Anyway, and then Miles Teal says you could use Elon Musk's 60-something Starlink Wi-Fi wireless satellites to block out the brightness of the sun onto the moon, reverse to bring the moon back. And I'm thinking out in the desert have a high-tech laser, a Venta black laser. My nephew William Marcel Page said, "You mean Venta?" Yeah, Venta. Well, you pronounce it better than I can, William. Venta black shadow laser beamed onto the moon out in the desert somewhere, onto the moon, and reverse to bring the moon back. Venta absorbs the most light. And Dave Duncan said, just have a cloaking military balloon, clear balloon in the eye in the atmosphere, and beam a Venta black laser shadow projector onto the moon. My school friend Tommy Story says, use like they do Star Trek, or beam a black laser onto the moon. And then you got Guy Kramer's Hyper Stealth Corp invisibility nanobots minimaterials. It bends light around an object. Anything in front of it, in front of the glass, will look like you're seeing all the way. Anything behind the glass will be invisible. And you can see all around the stars and everything. Or anything in front, you can't see the moon or a house or government spacecraft because it's in perfect close. Whereas if you didn't have that glass, then the moon would be there. You could use that. You could use something like a Pepper's Ghost idea. Someone suggested that. And a long time ago I thought of that and mirrors. But I've learned more ideas. You could use a stage cram netting in outer space, or a large mirror in outer space, get connected to NASA or International Space Station, and block out the moon gradually. And the mirrors you can't tell in outer space. See how it looks like Pac-Man, or a clock going, the hand is at 3, and then the bottom is at 6, would be like 3:30 idea. It looks like Pac-Man, or a piece of pie, or pumpkin, or cheesecake, or a slice of cheese in the middle. I showed it to PJ Parker, Josh Wager, and I let everybody else go look at it at 0076 at Moon Shapes in the Sky, Copperfield, at Bill Green 4003. Go in my search engine and look it up, or go to YouTube search engine and look it up. Yep, January. It was Friday, January 5th, 2024, January 5th, at 3:13 a.m. 13 a.m. in the morning. And then the moon's back.